Okay, this is my Gibbs reflection for day 3 of my lifeguard course. Starting with a description of the day. Started off with a large theory session, covered burns, we covered the causes of them, recognition, severity and treatment. We looked at asphyxia, like general asphyxia, and we focused on asthma and panic attacks and the difference between the two, how asthma shows cyanosis due to hypoxia, whereas that's like a greying of the face, especially compared to panic attacks. They're hyperventilating, so they got like too much blood, so they can be like red in the face and they get cramps in their hands as well. We then moved on and looked at soft tissue injuries and treatment for them using the mnemonic RICE. And then we looked at fractures, different kinds of fractures. We looked at wounds, different types of wounds, how to deal with fractures and wounds. Then we moved on to spinal injuries. This was a really quick overview, but we spent quite a lot of detail in each section. We then moved on to the timed swim today, which is a major part. It's like the main fitness test of the course, and you had to complete 400 meters in a swimming pool under 8 minutes. And luckily, everyone in our group passed. I managed to get a time of 7 minutes 18 seconds, which I'm really proud of. It's a personal best, so that was really good. And then we finished the day off with a water session, doing conscious and unconscious tube rescues, and also unconscious board rescues. And we also learned the practical side of spinal rescues as a team. We also had just after the first theory session, we had another session on the practice dolls doing CPR and choking procedures. And then on the way home from the session, me and Rob, we revised all the theory content that we've covered in the last 3 days in the van on the way home, and yeah, it's pretty good. We know most of it now. Okay, moving on to the feelings for the day. Didn't sleep so well again, or slept better than the night before. Woke up at 6 o'clock this morning instead, so I was feeling pretty tired when I woke up, and then I had to drive down to the course, but it was a lot better than yesterday. I was feeling more energized, being really stiff, like my muscles, my legs have seized up, my calves, I'm in pain when I walk, my thighs are really tight, my shoulders are tight, my back is now starting to feel a bit worked, but really stressed out through the day. The theory session was long and a lot of stuff to take in, and he kept doing quick fire questions, and it just happened that every time I got asked a question, it was like an awkward one that I didn't quite know, so it was a bit of a downer. But I think generally stressed for the that whole first part of the day. Then we went and did time swim, massive butterflies. I've been working for this, like for just this section of the thing for months now, and it was all coming down to it. So, and everyone was saying, don't burn out at the beginning. You can have adrenaline. Don't rush at the beginning, so you don't have any energy by the end of the swim. So I was getting really nervous about messing it up really, and then I was in the second session to do it, and I ended up talking to a guy on the side of the pool who had just joined the swim session because he had failed the previous time he tried it, which wasn't very confidence boosting, I gotta admit. And in the end he did pass that one with like 3 seconds to spare, so he was cutting it fine. But yeah, I was really nervous. Then when I got in the water, turned out to be fine. Like, it got to the last 2 lengths really quickly, and I started sprinting a little bit on the last length, but hindsight, I could go faster. I reckon I could probably push 7 minutes, but I had two hard days beforehand. My boy was feeling pretty rough. I still managed to get my personal best, so I'm pretty happy. And when we got back to the school, all the stress had gone. I suddenly felt more alive. Had more energy. My muscles weren't really hurting so much. I was still a bit stiff, but everything seemed to be better. There was like no stress, and I could smile again. Like, everything was happy. So then when we did the water session, I was going 100% for everything. I was just trying. I was really enjoying it. I actually made several mistakes with the water recoveries, but hopefully now I've made the mistakes, they should be fine. Like, I won't do them again. And so yeah, coming out of it with the revision session in the van as well, feeling pretty confident now. Like, the worst part of the session's over. I've done my run, got my time swim, just got the test tomorrow and the next day, and I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling happy about it. So it's going to be a long week still. I've still got my surf instructor course after that, but a lot more confident now. So it's all good. Moving on to the evaluation of the day. Good points. Passed my time swim, which is really good. Feeling happy about everything, feeling quite confident. That's always a good thing. Bad points of the day. When I was doing my rescues, like key points of the rescues, I was forgetting things. Like, when I was doing the unconscious board rescue, I checked the breath, checked his breathing, but I forgot to put the 5 breaths in before I started manoeuvring on the board. And then when I actually started going with the board, I was paddling him in, and I managed to, the board turned across the waves, and my casualty fell off. I did the right thing, because even though he fell off the board, I jumped straight in after him. I got him up and started hauling him on my own, which was the right thing to do, but I wasted time. I messed up the maneuver that I was meant to be doing, and like, I acted in the right way, but it wasn't the best way. I was like making the best out of a bad situation, and it really happened because I put him too far forward on the board, and as we got into small waves, he slipped off as the nose dug in. So I need to really fix that. And I also did a little mistake on one of the spinals as well, is that I was the second in, so I had control of his head. Some other guy lifted him out of the water, and I had control of his head, and I was meant to check the breathing, and I forgot to check the breathing. But because it's all in such a rush, and you're just like focusing on trying to keep his back still and get him out of water, I don't think they picked up on it. But now I've done it once, I'm not going to forget it again, so that's alright. Moving on to the analysis of what sense I make of it. A good day to get done, feeling good about it, and it's like a good, and I'm like, feel like I've got momentum to go and complete the course now. So overall, a good experience today. Stressful but good. Now the stress is gone, so it's even better. Conclude for the day. Overall, a good day. Really good day in the end. Looking forward to doing the next couple of days now.
Go on the swim now, I think. But first, so it's debatable. Turn up. I might add the rest of the week for the rest of the course. Based on this day, is just to keep going hard at it, and it's only 2 more days. We've got a theory session in the morning tomorrow, followed by a big water session,
followed by another theory session, and then a test, the actual theory exam in the afternoon. So if we go in with a positive mentality, do some more vision in the van on the way there, I think confidence as well should be all good, and I'm looking forward to it. Big improvement today from yesterday and the day before. Now I feel like I'm close to becoming a lifeguard, which is all good. So, until tomorrow,